Okay, so if you're thinking about making a pilgrimage for Hajj or Umrah in 2025, you're going to want to listen up because, well, the entire rulebook has basically been rewritten.
Yeah, I'm talking about some big stuff here. From the way you actually book your trip to how long your visa's even good for, a lot has changed. But hey, don't worry, that's exactly why we're here. We're going to break it all down for you step by step so you can plan your journey with complete confidence. So let's dive right into the first big area of change. All right, first up, Umrah. Now, the big story for 2025 is, well, it's kind of a paradox, right? On one hand, it's getting way more flexible in terms of who can go. But on the other hand, the actual planning and logistics, they're getting much, much stricter. So how does that even work? Let's take a look. Okay, let's get out our calendars for a second because there are a couple of key dates you really need to know. The new season actually kicked off back on June 10th. That's when they started issuing visas again. But the date you really need to circle in red is in late October. Why? Because that's when a huge new rule about visa validity comes into play. And trust me, it is a big one. And this is where you see that flexibility I was talking about. This is a game changer, folks. In a massive policy shift, you can now perform Umrah with pretty much any valid visa you have. Got a tourist visa? You're good. Family visit? That works too. Even a work or transit visa. It's all part of Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030 plan. And the goal is simple: make the pilgrimage more accessible than it's ever been. But here's the other side of that coin. That amazing new flexibility, it's being balanced out with much, much stricter rules for booking. It's not enough to just get a visa anymore. Nope. You now have to have confirmed hotel bookings and your transportation details all linked directly to your application. And you have to do it through official platforms like NUSUK. Basically, they want to see your entire itinerary locked in from the get-go. So let's be super clear about this. The old visa-only model, it's over, gone. You can't just grab your visa and figure out the rest later. The new system demands a complete, pre-packaged trip, and it has to be handled by licensed operators. The idea is to make sure everything is organized and, no one gets left stranded. And remember that key date in late October I mentioned? This is why it's so important. The window you have to actually enter the country on an Umrah visa is being slashed. It used to be 3 months from the day it was issued. Now, it's just 1 month. 30 days. If you miss that window, poof, your visa's automatically canceled. It's a really clear signal that they want to manage the flow of pilgrims much more tightly. Okay, let's switch gears and talk about Hajj. If the theme for Umrah was structured flexibility, then the theme for the 2025 Hajj can be summed up in one word: safety. After the incredibly serious challenges we saw in 2024, the new policies are absolutely laser-focused on pilgrim safety and crowd control. Take a look at this number: 269,678. What is that? Well, that is the number of people who were turned away from Mecca during the last Hajj. And why? Simple. They didn't have an official Hajj permit. This isn't just a number, it's a sign of a massive crackdown. So what is a Hajj permit exactly? It's the one and only official authorization that allows you to perform the pilgrimage. And look, after the tragic events of 2024, the extreme heat, the overcrowding, authorities are enforcing this with absolutely zero tolerance. We're talking heavy fines, travel bans, the works. The message couldn't be clearer. Safety is now priority number one. And this isn't just talk. This focus on safety is being backed up with some serious infrastructure upgrades. To combat those scorching temperatures that can top 50 degrees Celsius, they're rolling out advanced cooling systems and misting machines. They're also expanding shaded areas, planting more trees, and even using AI-powered drones to monitor crowds in real time to spot dangerous congestion before it happens. We're also hearing about some important changes when it comes to who gets to go. To make things more fair, it looks like priority is now being given to first-time pilgrims. And there's also stricter guidance coming out about children participating, which makes sense given the concerns about extreme heat and health. All right, I know that was a lot of information, so let's slow down and pull it all together into a really simple checklist. Think of this as your quick, practical guide to all the key changes and what you actually need to do. So, what's the bottom line? Let's break it down. For Umrah, your action item is to plan your entry within that tight new 1-month visa window. And remember, you have to book a full package through a licensed agency. For Hajj, the rule is crystal clear. Do not travel without a permit. It's non-negotiable. And for everyone, these new safety measures are serious. You have to follow the official guidance, and please take care of yourself and stay hydrated in that heat. When you step back, all of these changes point in a very clear direction. It's all about using technology and really structured planning to manage these sacred journeys in the face of some very modern challenges. And it really leaves you with a big question, doesn't it? As this ancient pilgrimage continues to meet cutting-edge AI, the realities of climate change, and global tourism, what will this profound journey look like next?